Contestant number 1, Debbie Ng.
1號吳寶文小姐。
Hi Debbie, how you doing tonight? All right, are you ready for your question?
Yes.
Just pick something from the fishbowl here. Hand it to me. Your question is, if you had to name the best job in the world, what would it be?
The best job in the world for me would to be a teacher. I'd really love enjoying working with children. And right now my major is psychology, and I hope to be teaching psychology. And in the future, I hope to become a therapist as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Debbie Ng, contestant number 1.
1號吳寶文小姐。 Contestant number 2, Connie Lee 雷傑小姐。 Hi Nanny, please pick a question. You're not ready for this. Thank you.
I noticed they wrapped up these questions really good for us. And she has gloves on.
Annie, if you were to be a news correspondent posted to any foreign country, where would you like to go?
I would like to go to the Middle East because it has seen the most war and strife these couple of years. And I think it'd be interesting to see the different culture, different people living in poverty, people who are not as free as we are in America, people living under the reign of Saddam Hussein. I would like to go there because I just told you why. Thank you.
I think we all know the answer, do we? Thank you, Annie. Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 2, Connie Lee 雷傑小姐。
Contestant number 3, Kyleen Wang.
3號黃海琳小姐。
Good evening, Kyleen. How are you doing? Thank you. Your question is, if you were to receive a letter today from anyone that you've known during your lifetime, whom would it be, who would it be from, and what would the letter say?
The question was, if I can receive a letter from my past, who would it be and why? If I had a choice, I would love to have a letter from my first grade teacher, Mrs. Bocasel, from Evergreen. I want her to see how far I've gone and how happy I've became, and to tell my friends and my family how happy I am to see them. My mom once told me that when a person is happy, they actually increase their years of life. I agree with this, not because my mom told me, but because when a person feels good about themselves, they're feeling content, confident, and they're ready to take over anything they want to do. So, if everyone can, please take some time out and look at something around you. A rock, a shoe, a door, and say thank you. Thank you for being my friend. And I want to say I would really appreciate you. People will look at you funny, but then when you feel good about yourself, that's all that matters. Therefore, if I like to send a letter, it would be to my first grade teacher, Mrs. Bocasel, to show her how happy of a girl I became. Thank you.
Contestant number 3, Kyleen Wang.
Contestant number 4, Benice Nguyen小姐. Good evenings. Benice, here's your question. If you could run any single company, institution, or organization in the world, which would you choose and why?
The institution I would pick would be one that is very similar to the counselor institution, and the reason being, just I have 4 grandparents like everybody else, but 3 of them died of cancer, and I'd like to find a cure for all those other people out there so they wouldn't have grandparents that had to pass away like mine because of cancer. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Benice Nguyen小姐.
My life goes on in
Contestant number 5, Betty Liu.
5號劉佩仁小姐.
Hi, Betty.
lamentation. I hear the real though far off.
If you had to live the rest of your life in a place that you've never lived before, where would you live and why?
If I could live in a place that I've never lived before, I would definitely want to live in Greece. I've always been fascinated about the place because I read a lot about it. I love medieval and ancient things and arts. And that's where I would want to go is Greece. Thank you.
Thank you.
How can I keep
Contestant number 5, Betty Liu.
5號劉佩仁小姐.
what though the tempest loudly roars? I hear the trumpet liveth, and though the darkness round me close, songs in the night would give it.
Next, we have contestant number 6, Tiffany Tyson, 錢心雅小姐. Hi, Tiffany. Please pick a question.
While to that rock I'm clinging, since love is Lord of heaven.
Okay, Tiffany, here's your question. If you were instantly able to play one musical instrument perfectly that you have never played before, what would it be and why?
If I had the opportunity to play a musical instrument perfectly, I would have liked to play the piano. I think besides being such a beautiful instrument, Playing any musical instrument teaches you how to be committed to something, to have dedication and perseverance. And that's why I would like to play the piano. Thank you.
Thank you, Tiffany. Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 6, Tiffany Tyson, 錢心雅小姐。
When friends rejoice, both far and near, how can I keep from singing in prison cell and dungeon vile? Our thoughts to them are winging when friends by share.
Contestant number 7, Connie Lee. Hi, Connie. How are
7
you?
號李佳小姐。
This is your question. If you could ensure that your children never had that one experience which you have had, what would it be?
If I could ensure my children to go for that one experience that I never got to do, would be to say goodbye to my grandfather. My grandfather passed away a few years ago, and I was very sad because I was never able to get to know him as a person and to learn about his childhood and to learn about our family heritage and where we came from. Therefore, I'm more appreciative of the people I'm around today. Thank you.
Thank you. Contestant number 7, Connie Lee.
7號關翠華小姐。 Next we have contestant number 9, Peggy Lee, 李曉佩小姐。
Contestant number 8.
I'm sorry, 對。Lisa Quon, 關翠華小姐。
Question.
Thank you. Okay, Lisa, even though I say your name wrong, but I'm going to say this question right. Lisa, if you had to name the most exciting moment of your life so far, what would it be?
If I had to name the most exciting moment of my life so far, it would be the day I left for college. For many, this is a monumental experience, and especially for me, because I've always depended on my parents growing up, and when I went off to college, I realized that although I depended on them, every opportunity I took was for myself, and every endeavor I tried was really for myself, not just to please my parents. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 8, Lisa Quon, 關翠華小姐。
Contestant number 9, Peggy Lee.
9號李曉佩小姐。
Hi, Peggy. How you doing? Good evening. Thank you. Your question is, if you could suddenly acquire an extraordinary talent of one of the arts, what would you like it to be?
That's an easy question. If I could acquire talent for any art, I would choose painting. I'm a great admirer of Impressionist art, especially the great painters of France during that period. My favorite is Van Gogh. He's a beautiful and spectacular painter. I love the colors, the vivid use, the imagery. If I could have any talent in the world, I would love to be able to paint like that. Thank you.
Thank you. Contestant number 9, Peggy Lee.
9號李曉培小姐。 Contestant number 10, Joanne 朱秀玲小姐。Hello, Joanne. Joanne, here's the question. If you could give a single piece of advice to the film industry in Hollywood, what would you say?
If I could give a single piece of advice to the film industry in Hollywood, I would want them to make better movies with less negative things in the content. I would like the stories to be something that shows the positive side of the human nature, and therefore the audience will feel really contented and happy after they have seen the movie. And I think it is really important to create happiness in today's society of violence and crime. Thank you.
Thank you, Joanne. Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 10, Joanne 朱秀玲小姐。
Contestant number 11, Stephanie Ho.
11號何嘉琪小姐。
Good evening, Stephanie.
Got lots of fans there.
Could you pick a question, please? Thank you. If you could be on the cover of any magazine next month, which magazine would you want it to be, and what would the caption say?
If I could be on any magazine next month, I would hope to be on the LA Times magazine, and the caption would say, Stephanie Ho, she's the winner in the Miss Chinatown pageant. Thank you.
Contestant number 11, Stephanie Ho.
何嘉琪小姐。
Knows what she wants.
Yes. Next, we have contestant number 12, Liana Ho, 何玉萍小姐。Hello, Liana. here's your question. If you could be guaranteed one thing in life besides money, what would you ask for?
If I was guaranteed one thing in life, I would like to have a family. I think it's important to have a nurturing household by which you can nurture children. I think it's important that you nurture children because children are our future. And I think that I would be able to teach children just to be mature and to have responsibility. I think family is an important aspect to all types of life, and therefore I would like to have a family. Thank you.
Thank you, Liana. Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 12, Liana Ho, Ho Yoping 小姐。
Contestant number 13, Iva Chang.
13號張亞威小姐。
Hi, Iva. Thank you. If you were to select a food that best describes your character, what food would it be and why?
If I were to select a food, I would be 粽子 because it is a big part of our culture. My family gets together and makes this 粽子 every year, and I feel it is a big part, definitely, of my culture and who I am today. Thank you.
Contestant number 13, Iva Chang.
13號張亞威小姐。 楊經緯小姐 Hello, Debbie. Question have to go through Peter first.
I'm not wearing white gloves.
Thank you, Peter. Debbie, here's your question. If you could, in retrospect, change one thing about your childhood, what would it be?
If I could change one thing about my childhood, I definitely think I would change the fact that I was so shy as a child. I think throughout the years, I've grown a lot more outgoing and independent, and because of that, I think I've been able to experience a lot more in life. And unfortunately, that happened at a late age, and I wish I could go back and change that, and I think I could have had a lot more experiences as a child. Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie. Contestant number 14, Debbie Ying, 楊經緯小姐。
Contestant number 15, Emma Rao.
15號姚懿華小姐。
Hi, Emma. Please stand up here and take a question. Thank you. Your question is, if you could work for any person in the world, who would he or she be, and what job would you want?
If I could work for any person in the world, I would want to work for Donald Trump. I would want to be his personal assistant, and also I would want to help him with his business decisions. I believe Donald Trump is a great entrepreneur. He built himself up when he was younger through his father's work, and he created a better job for himself. Thank you.
Contestant number 15, Emma Rao.
浸泡姚懿華小姐。
My train moves on, you're gone from you. Now I must wait until it's over.
Next we have contestant number 16, Emily Chang, 蔣猛錦小姐。Good evening, Emily. Thank you, Peter. Emily, this is your question. If your home is about to be totally destroyed by fire, and you could save just one thing, what would it be and why?
If my house was destroyed by fire, one thing that I would save would be my photo albums. My photo albums contains the many pictures of my childhood and my college life. My photo album does not just represent me, it represents my family, my culture, and my history. That's the one thing I would definitely want to save, so I could show it to my kids how proud I am of who I am today. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 16, Emily Jang, 蔣猛錦小姐。
Contestant number 17, Jennifer Chan.
17號陳心慧小姐。
Hi, Jennifer. Question, please. Thank you. If you had to choose the best telephone call you have ever received, which call would that be?
If I have to choose the best phone call I have ever received in my life, it would be the first phone call I've ever heard from my mother. Because the first time I've ever met my mother was when I was 10 years old, and to hear her voice is a joy to me. Thank you.
Thank you. Contestant number 17, Jennifer Chan.
17號陳心慧小姐。 Contestant number 18, Sophie Wong, Wong Manhong 小姐。Hello, Sophie. Please pick a question, Sophie. Thank you. Sophie, here's your question. If you could wake up tomorrow to learn that the major newspaper headlines were about you, what would you want them to say?
If I woke up tomorrow and a major newspaper, I was on it, and the headline would say, Sophie Wong, the first woman president, and manages to have a family at the same time. Thank you.
Thank you, Sophie. Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 18, Sophie Wong, Wang Manhong 小姐。
That you loved me still the same. That you loved me still the same. That you loved me still.
Contestant number 19, Lynn Delgado.
19號杜美賢小姐。
Thank you, Lynn. If you could receive one small package this very moment, whom would it be from and what would be in it?
That's easy. It would be from my future husband, who I don't know right now, and it would be a wedding ring with it and a note in it that would say, "Would you marry me, Lynn?" And I would know the answer because that would be the man of my dreams. Thank you.
And I dreamt that one of that noble.
Contestant number 19, Lynn Delgado.
19號杜美賢小姐。
I also dreamt, which charmed me most, that you loved me still the same. That you loved me.
Next, we have contestant number 20, Grace Lynn, Lam Sok Yi 小姐。 Good evening, Grace. Please pick a question. Grace, this is your question. If you had to spend 1 year alone in the wilderness, where would you like to go?
I would like to go to Yosemite Park because when I was a child, my family used to go on family trips to Yosemite, and it was the best time of my life. I was with my friends, my family, my mother, who I miss very much. She has passed away. So going to Yosemite would just remind me of her and how much I love her and miss her. Thank you.
Thank you, Grace. Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 20, Grace Lynn, Lam Sok Yi 小姐。